As I predicted, the last night's downing of American KC-135 refueling planes that killed 6 US military personnel has badly impacted the mental condition of Donald Trump. Not just Trump. The entire US administration is now clueless about what it should do to deal with the Iranians. Whilst the entire Iranian leadership yesterday came out in the open to interact with members of the public. And then something extraordinary happened. A top member of the Trump administration was giving an interview to Sky News UK when Trump summoned him and he had to abruptly leave the interview. You have to see his tone and mental condition after his return. This and Trump's subsequent social media posts and comments made to the media paint a sorry picture of this US administration. This would be the broad focus of my video tonight. Also in my video tonight, an Iranian woman explains the true meaning of Allahu Akbar to the West. So please stay tuned. The news of 6 American personnel's death after a pro-Iranian Iraqi group claimed it had destroyed 2 US refueling planes appears to have adversely impacted Trump's mental condition. This was clear in the US military's desperate action today. According to Donald Trump's social media post, the US military obliterated the Iranian military facilities in the Kurg Island. He wrote, and I quote, "Moments ago, at my direction, the United States Central Command executed one of the most powerful bombing raids in the history of the Middle East and totally obliterated every military target in Iran's crown jewel, Kurg Island. Our weapons are the most powerful and sophisticated that the world has ever known. But for reasons of decency, I have chosen not to wipe out the oil infrastructure on the island. However, should Iran or anyone else do anything to interfere with the free and safe passage of ships through the Strait of Hormuz, I will immediately reconsider this decision. During my first term and currently, I rebuilt our military into the most lethal, powerful, and effective force by far anywhere in the world. Iran has no ability to defend anything that we want to attack. There is nothing they can do about it. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, nor will it have the ability to threaten the United States of America, the Middle East, or for that matter, the world. Iran's military and all others involved with this terrorist regime would be wise to lay down their arms and save what's left of their country, which isn't much. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President Donald J. Trump." End quote. Iran has warned that no oil fields in the region would be safe if the Americans and their Israeli masters decided to attack its oil facilities in the Kurg Island. This latest action by the US military, if true, is a desperate reaction to the downing of 2 KC-135 military planes in Iraq last night. Now, the Wall Street Journal is also reporting that Iran has successfully hit 5 more American refueling planes in Saudi Arabia. Now, this is truly spiraling out of control for the Americans. If this doesn't give you a fair idea about the current mental agony of the Trump administration, then watch this. This guy, Pete Hegseth, simply lost the plot when he launched a tirade against his own country's media for not carrying his government's propaganda.
Yet some in this crew, in the press, just can't stop. Allow me to make a few suggestions. People look up at the TV and they see banners, they see headlines. I used to be in that business, and I know that everything is written intentionally. For example, a banner or a headline, "Mideast war intensifies," splashing on the screen the last couple of days, alongside visuals of civilian or energy targets that Iran has hit, because that's what they do. What should the banner read instead? How about Iran increasingly desperate? Because they are. They know it, and so do you, if it can be admitted. Or more fake news from CNN. Reports that the Trump administration underestimated the Iran war's impact on the Strait of Hormuz. Patently ridiculous, of course. For decades, Iran has threatened shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. This is always what they do, hold the strait hostage. CNN doesn't think we thought of that. It's a fundamentally unserious report. The sooner David Ellison takes over that network, the better. Another example of a fake headline that I saw yesterday: war widening. Here's a real headline for you for an actual patriotic press? How about Iran shrinking, going underground? You see, Iran's leaders are hiding in bunkers and moving into civilian areas. The only thing that is widening is our advantage. Not to mention our Gulf partners stepping up even more, now going on the offense, and have always been with us on the defense with collective and integrated air defenses.
You don't have such a meltdown when you are winning the war. Then I am told that the Americans are sending thousands of more troops in the region. You tell me if this signifies victory for the Americans. Then this happened. Scott Bessent was giving an interview to the Sky News from the UK. He was abruptly pulled aside because Trump wanted to meet him urgently. This happened on Friday morning. When he returned after almost 2 hours, he looked shaken and was barely able to speak coherently. He was asked if Trump was stressed, but his reply was something totally different.
I listened to you on the...
The president wants you. Sorry, the president wants you right away.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary.
You can work that in.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room. How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule, and I have to tell you, Wilf, that I've a teenager who's considering military service, and I could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
In contrast, the Iranian leadership, which the entire might of the US administration says has been decimated and is hiding in bunkers, was on the streets in Tehran today and meeting ordinary members of the public. This included the National Security Council Chief Ali Larijani, President Masoud Pezeshkian, and Foreign Minister Syed Abbas Araghchi, among others. Compare the stress on the faces of the rogue members of the US government to how relaxed and fearless these Iranian leaders looked, even in the face of indiscriminate bombings by the Americans and Israelis.
محمد یا علی یا حق سلام بیا سلام علیکم بگی سلام برو وایسا دکتر خدا قوت دکتر یک زمان دکتر یک زمان بگیر آقا بگیر خدا قوت محکم بشی دکتر خدا حیدر شما روش نده
آقای وزیر امور خارجه درباره اینجا چه فکر میکنید؟
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. امروز خب روز قدس هست در ایران و علیرغم حملات وحشیانه‌ای که رژیم صهیونیستی و آمریکا
I will leave you with the clip of this Iranian woman who sent this powerful explanation of the Allahu Akbar, or God is the greatest, for the people of the West.
Hey American people, whenever you hear Allahu Akbar, you usually think an explosion would follow because this word has been misused by extremists like ISIS members. But I want to tell you what it really means. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than anything and more powerful than everything. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than the U.S. aircraft carriers, and that's why we did not fear when they appeared in the Persian Gulf. Allahu Akbar means God is greater than the US B-2 bombers, and that's why we do not run away despite constant explosions and fire jets flying over our heads. Allahu Akbar means God is great. Allahu Akbar! Great. Allahu Akbar! 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 Did you see what just happened? An explosion really happened right behind me, and people did not run away. They didn't fear. They just kept chanting Allahu Akbar because Allahu Akbar means God is greater than anything. God is greater than any superpower in the world and their equipment and their weapons. So we are not afraid of the United States of America because God is greater and God is with us.
That's it from me. Thank you very much for your support of this platform and our journalism. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.